Good morning, Savages. Before I get into the July 4th situation here, I want to touch on a few things. First of all, that's uber white couple in St. Louis, where the quote unquote protesters broke into that gated community and marched on private property and are a little confused as to why they were confronted with guns. So, clarify the situation because the news is not clarifying any of it. It just completely misconstrues everything. So this couple, they noticed that the commotion. These people broke a gate, came onto private property with a bunch of houses over there. They are definitely uber white, which stands to reason why people attack it the way they do. So these people were walking on their property and their neighbor's property, again, gated private community. Called the cops, said, hey, we got a bunch of people walking on our property, threatening to kill their dog, threatening to shoot and kill them. And the news doesn't, cover any of that because it's not relevant at that point. All they cover is after this couple realized that the cops weren't coming, the security wasn't coming, they contacted them as well. They had to take matters into their own hands. And the guy pulls out his AR, which he's probably never fired since the day he bought it. This woman's walking around with a fucking pea shooter. Reminds me of the movie Harlem Nights. Anyway, they're walking around with their guns. The woman obviously has no trigger control. She got a finger on the trigger. That's you're not supposed to do it until you need that gun to be hot. You need to fire. Same with the guy. He's not pointing in a safe position, keeping the gun down. But regardless of that, they had every right to defend themselves because what was going on was attack on their freedom. Okay, they were scared because watching what's going on the news every day. People are burning shit down, and they were concerned for that, which rightfully so. I'd probably be the same way if a bunch of people walking on my property. Be a little worse than that, but regardless, the Washington Post, CNN, New York Times are reporting that these people basically are racist. These are racist actions. They're giving you the impression that that's the case when they're completely not. And you know what? Even if they fucking were, there were people walking on their private property. They have a right to defend it. But these are not, from what I understand, from what I can see, has nothing to do with racism at this point. But the media will have you believe that because they're up to their usual tricks. There's the racism is thick with them. They want you to believe the racism. They foment the racism. Like Morgan Freeman said, you want to get rid of racism, you stop talking about it. I'll stop calling you a white guy, you stop calling me a black guy, he said to the interviewer. People may think that's too easy or that's, I don't know, but it's kind of that simple. I personally feel, fuck do I know? So, with all that being said, again, the media is pushing this racism narrative very hard. They are. It's sickening. It's sickening to watch. I mean, there's other issues where they're basically. I think it was in Michigan where was it mayor or a governor? I don't remember. I basically touched over the news this morning. I get sick of it, so I couldn't really. I'm not gonna give you quotes. Just someone in Michigan basically said that if you call 911 and if you're reporting a some type of racial situation, like let's just say if you're white and you say some black people are out there, they're gonna prosecute you. I'll get to the bottom of that, but it's just another level of racism that these people are trying to push. I've never seen anything like this where they're trying to force racism into your mindset. make you believe more than what it actually is, or to make you act that way, to make you react. Again, they used the whitest couples. I will agree that they were like yuppie times 10, white privileged elitist saw their house. That was, and that makes people that you know, it's almost like, again, at the conspiracy theory level, was this a setup? Whatever. I don't know. But so here's my warning for July 4th. Again, this is I think complete bullshit. I'm going to preface this by saying I feel that this is complete bullshit. But given with what's going on in this country, it has potential, okay? So hear me out on this. Think what you want. I've seen reports, I've looked up a couple of things where Antifa's planning on this thing at Gettysburg. Supposedly a civil, peaceful protest and flag burning at Gettysburg on July 4th. Fine. I personally don't think you should burn the flag, but the fuck, it's a free country, right? But along with that, again, this is all bullshit. But with what's going on, if it's not, here's your warning. I've seen reports where they said that the police have these reports. There's information that was intercepted from Antifa, BLM, and shit like that. That some of these protesters, like they just did, went on private property the other day. That could be sort of a preface to the possibility that on July 4th, people want to start a war. They want to go into neighborhoods under the cover of quote-unquote fireworks to start burning people's houses down, shooting people, blah, blah, blah. Now, they also back this up by saying, do you notice that every day you hear a lot of fireworks? And I noticed it as well, but my impression of that is that people are just bored. And I love to blow shit up. Like, I used to sell fireworks. Every year I had huge fireworks displays. My impression is people are bored. They're locked down. They're locking you down again. Unbelievable. I live in fucking Jersey. This governor can't get off the lockdown fucking kick. So, you know, by saying that they're saying that there's, you know, people blowing off fireworks, and what they're alluding to is that they're getting used to the sounds of fireworks, which sound like similar to gunfire. And they're also testing the police's response time in certain areas where if we blow off a lot of fireworks, will the cops show up? How long does it take them to show up? All this and all that. I mean, this again, could be all bullshit. But what if it's not? What if it's not? So, you, as a citizen, need to protect yourself at all times. At this point in this country, with what's going on, any fucking thing's possible. You could tell, I'll damn near believe almost anything at this point. Because with my own eyes, I never thought I'd see half the shit that's been happening. Let alone all of it. So, July 4th. Well, what does it take to protect yourself? You have a concealed carry, a open carry. You're hanging out, barbecuing, whatever the fuck you're doing. Be aware of strangers in your neighborhood. Who knows what could happen? Gotta watch out for them fucking Antifa type. Those pale, pasty fucking motherfuckers with black hoods on. And anyway, that's your PSA warning for July 4th. Take it for what it's worth. It could be all bullshit, or it could be the end. I mean to laugh, but you've been warned. Have a good day.